Welcome to another episode coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. So I got a question about online dating a couple days ago, and how do I see the landscape of online dating? Do I use it? And where I think it's going to go in the future? That's the question. That was the question that was presented to me. So as far as what's going to happen in the future, as far as online dating goes, I think you're going to see more and more websites popping up. It's going to be more of the Plenty of Fishes, the Match.com, the OkCupid, Aston Madison.com. It's gonna be more and more dating websites out here. I've used websites for a lot of different things online. I use it for business wise, job wise, personal, business. There's pros and cons when it comes to almost every platform, every business, every profession. You know, the general rule goes is usually you have to get past the lies to get to the truth. That's pretty common. Every environment I went into, I usually had to get past the lies to get to the truth. So if you stay in long enough, you're gonna see when the smoke clears how it really is, what it really takes to succeed. But the problem is a lot of people don't stay in long enough. They give up too easy. They throw in the towel too fast. And unfortunately, the reason why that is because there's a lot of scams online. There's a lot of scam artists online. I think the newest scam is, and these people are professionally trained. They have to be, because this has happened to me. A version of this has happened to me. A couple days ago, I had a friend that she told me she was chatting with some guy online. I think Plenty of Fish. Yeah, it was Plenty of Fish. And the guy said, "Hey, let me send you give me your email address so we can chat better over there." And that's a red flag. If someone offers to communicate outside of the dating website, besides the telephone, that's a red flag. If they tell you they can't talk to you on the telephone, that's a red flag. So this guy wants to talk to her. He wants her email so he can talk to her through email. And he says he's in the military. He can't, they come with that sob story. "I'm in the military. I'm out here in the danger zone, in Afghanistan or somewhere, Iraq. I can't send. I have a daughter. I can't send my daughter money. So I need you to do it for me. I need you to give me your home address. I'll send you a check in the mail. You deposit the check in your bank account, and as soon as the check clears, you deposit all the money out and send the money to my daughter." That's the scheme that they run. And the address that they're going to give you is going to go back to him or her, whoever the person is that you're talking to. That's if the check clears the bank. Most of the time, the check doesn't clear the bank because it's a fraudulent check. And what usually happens, if the person in the bank doesn't catch on that that's a fraudulent check, the system will eventually, usually 9 times out of 10, the system is going to catch it. And if it does catch it, they're going to close your bank account. That's what usually happens. But most of the time, the banking system usually catches on, and it rejects the check and closes your bank account. And then you're going to have to go down there and, you know, put a claim in, basically saying that, you know, you thought it was a good check and all this and that. Because, see, every time you deposit a check, the responsibility is on you, not the person that gave you the check. That's how it goes, you know. So that's like the newest scheme. That's the newest version of the scheme, anyway. Now, this has been happening for a long time. People have been sending people checks in the mail for a long time. So this is nothing new. There's different version of it, though. There's a different story that a lot of people have. And this has been going on since early 2000s. You know, people have been setting people up, getting people robbed. You have guys that go to women's house and lay down with them, do and everything. They'll have a one-night stand, and after they done doing what they're doing, they get a knock on the door, and somebody's telling you to come out of all your stuff, your money, your clothes, your jewelry, whatever you got. So this has been going on for a long time. This is nothing new. And you have to understand that I'm not against online dating at all. I've benefited from it. I've met some pretty cool people, and I met some people that were horrible as well. But you have to understand, people are having a hard time out here financially. And when people have a hard time, and when people don't have what they need, or they don't have what they want, people tend to become very scandalous. They become like savages. It's just reality. You know, I'm not making excuses for anybody, but I'm just telling you how a lot of people operate out here. There's a lot of people online are looking for a shortcut. So they'll use the online platform like kind of like a fast way to do almost anything known to man. And then you have a lot of sociopaths and psychopaths online as well. You have a lot of people that they'll never show their face. You never see how they look unless you meet them in person. And a lot of times they don't have intentions of meeting you in person anyway if they're not showing their face. And a lot of these people are informants. That's another thing that a lot of people don't realize. Sometimes you really don't know who you're talking to. You don't really know what this person does for a living. You don't know where they live. You don't know their address. You don't know anything about them. But you're just chatting away online or sending texts or whatever, and this person doesn't even want to get on the telephone with you. So to avoid a lot of this, get on the phone with them as quick as possible. Do a Skype session with them, or if you got the iPhone, do a FaceTime with them as quick as possible, or any of these other apps, video apps, as quick as possible. That way you know who you're talking to. And if they're not willing to cooperate and do that, go about your business, because you know that something ain't right about this person. I mean, a lot of times this person could be in another country that you're talking to. and they'll claim that they live in the same city. And a lot of times this person might be working. Like they could be an employee, a troll basically for the website as well. They'll chat with you all day long, send emails, texts, everything. And you're thinking that this is a real person. But this person is just an employee that just a troll for the website as well. And you can't have, and there's no such thing as a online relationship either. There's no such thing. I hear a lot of people saying this. I've been hearing this for the past 10 years now. People will send emails and go back and forth with people for years, 2 to 5 years. Ain't never seen the person in their lives, and they'll say, "Oh, I got an online relationship with this guy or this girl," and they live 2 states away, or they might live on the West Coast, or they might live on the East Coast, or they might live in another country. Or they might say, "Oh, I got a boy." I've heard women say, "Oh, I got a boyfriend," or "I got a girlfriend." I'm like, where they live at? Up north. Up north where? New York City. And I said, where you live? I live in Florida. You ain't got no relationship. People are delusional. People actually believe. They've bought into this. They lied to themselves about this type of crap. They really think that they have an online relationship with somebody that they never seen before just because they chat, or maybe they got on the phone with them a couple of times. But you don't. The relationship starts when you meet them in person. That's when it really starts. Because see, through technology, people can fake and perpetrate the fraud and put on a good act. But they can't do that in person as well. Can't do that in person that well. When you meet in person, you can see their body language. You can see if they're nervous. You can really see how they look. They might put up a fake picture. They might put up an old picture. But they can't. But when you meet them, this is the real person. You'll be able to pick out their flaws, their insecurities. You'll be able to pick up on all that stuff. But you're not going to be able to do that through the internet. You're not. You'll be able to pick up on some, but very little. So I'm not against the internet. I'm not against online dating. I'm for it, but just know that there's a lot of horrible people online. They are. That's just the truth. There's a lot of scam artists, con artists. There's a lot of people that prey on women, single women with kids. There's a lot of people that prey on single women, period. And that's just what it is. And these people are trained people. And some of the stories that they come up with, I'm like, yo, this person is not somebody that just started doing this. They've been doing this for a long time. And it works. Because a lot of these incidents don't even get reported. Because there's some people that get their whole savings account wiped out. You know, there's people that give their information away online, on the telephone. And some of the stuff that these people say, I'd be like, I could see how some people would fall for this. I could see, because these guys and girls, men and women, they give you a sob story, and then they kind of lean into your emotions, and I could be like, oh, I could see how this could work on somebody that's maybe going through a hard time financially, or somebody that just had a bad breakup, or somebody that's just, you know, that's just bitter. I can see how this would work on somebody like that. See, I understand the psychology of what they do. That's why they can't get me. They can't get me, but they're good though. That's the point. So just be careful if you use online dating to meet people, whether it's for business wise or your personal life or etc. That's all I'm saying. But in the future, I think it's gonna be more and more sites and coming up, and more people are gonna begin using it, because when I first started using online dating websites, Plenty of Fish specifically, it was looked upon as weird. It wasn't normal. It was looked down upon. But today, if you tell somebody you met somebody online, everybody be like, "Oh, that's cool." Back then, if you told somebody you met somebody online, people looked at you like you were a weirdo. But you know, it wasn't normal. So that's just how it is. I was ahead of my time, as usual. So hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Check out my Patreon. Check out my website, badboysecretsclub.com. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.